Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about how to overcome examination anxiety. How to overcome examination with anxiety. You know, the mere mention of examination causes students to tingle. Their heart begins to rate fast. They find themselves worrying, overthinking. Sometimes it's even difficult for the people who are anxious during a time of examination to even breathe properly. Sometimes you experience nausea, sweaty palms, sometimes vomiting, and to the worst case, sometimes you collapse or you faint. You know, examination anxiety visits every student one way or the other. This is in the sense that the causes or the stimulus of examination anxiety are different for each situation and for each student. The causes of examination anxiety are different. You should also know that examination anxiety does not only come to the unprepared mind, it also comes to the prepared mind for the same reason that the causes of examination anxiety are different and relative to each student. Um, Anxiety, in a sense, is not really bad because as students, it what motivates us to learn very well and also to prepare adequately for the examination or for every task at hand. It also helps us to interrupt our level of complacency and also our overconfidence during times of examination. So it is the extreme anxiety that becomes worrisome and that affects the performance of students, causing them to perform poorly during times of what examination. In this video, I'm going to zero in on the anxiety that comes before writing an examination. You know, anxiety exists in three stages: before examination, during examination, and then after examination. But the two most important aspect of anxiety that you need to know and then you need to be able to correct is the before and then the during anxiety. After the anxiety is not almost every student that faces it, but just a few students. But before and then the during examination, that is when the majority of the students have a problem with it. So I'm going to talk to you about a few causes of examination anxiety before examination. So the first one that I want to share with you is the fear of failure. The fear of failure. This is when there is a high expectation from parents, guidance, friends, colleagues for you to perform excellently or for you to do well, or a high expectation that you place on yourself as a student. This puts pressure on you to do well, and then though it is motivating, in the long run, the fear of failing or you soiling your reputation or disappointing the people that you really care about is what causes the uneasiness and then the nervousness in you. That is why sometimes you're not able to perform really well to your expectation during examination. The next thing that I want to share with you is the lack of preparation. Lack of preparation. You may feel like you've not prepared adequately for the examination. This is as a result of you being complacent as a student or your overconfidence of the study material that you have. So this causes your mind and body to be in an uneasy and a nervous state, which negatively affects your performance. The next cause of examination anxiety that I want to share with you is the pressure to pass. This is similar but very different from the fear of failure in the sense that assuming you want to write and pass your final examination, that is an examination that you write to enter into high school or into the tertiary. So in West Africa and Ghana, when you want to enter high school, we write a final examination known as BECE. And then when you also want to enter into tertiary, you also write a final examination known as WASI. Now, on this pressure to pass these two examinations into the higher levels of education put pressure on you as a student to learn hard. This causes uneasiness, nervousness, pressure, and then it causes concern because of the uncertain environment that you find yourself in. So the pressure for you to pass, to score a certain pass mark, causes examination anxiety. The final one that I want to share with you is poor prior performance in tests or in your examination. This is in the sense that if you wrote an examination in time past and then you failed or you had wasted, it becomes very difficult for you to concentrate on the next test or the next examination before you, because you have a negative attitude towards examination. You will feel like I didn't pass the last examination, so what shows that I'm going to pass this upcoming examination? And this puts the kind of anxiety it breeds anxiety in you, and it breeds uneasiness in you. It breeds nervousness in you, and that you are not able to perform very well during that examination. So you need to check that very well. You need to focus on the present examination that you are going to write. That will help you to have a composure to write the examination that is ahead of you. Now, I want to share with you some kind of effect that result as a consequence of examination anxiety, that is before examination. So some of the effects or the consequences that I want to share with you, some are mild, some are also severe. So you need to take very critical attention to anxiety. Anxiety is something that is worrying a lot of students, and not just students, even professionals also face this kind of anxiety, especially when they are presenting a presentation, or they are going to make a business plan, or they are going to make an investment or something of that sort. Yeah, so anxiety is not only peculiar to students, but all walks of life faces anxiety. Even the president faces anxiety, your mother, your father faces anxiety, but we need to take critical look on it. And then I'm going to give you some of the effect and some of the remedy as a student, for you to correct or for you to help you in dealing excellently in times of anxiety. So the first effect that I want to tell you or share with you is, as a student, when you are very anxious or uneasy or nervous, it causes what we call blackout. That is when everything in your mind or everything that seems that you have learned disappears or escapes from you. It's like you don't remember anything, you don't recall anything, because of the uneasiness in your mind. Like you don't actually recall anything that you have learned. So you need to take critical look at your anxiety, because it's going to affect your performance during examination. The next thing I want to talk to you about is faster heart rate. Faster heart rate. Sweaty palms. People that are usually nervous have sweaty palms. You can even feel it, or you can even see their palms sweating. Nausea, vomiting, and then the severe consequence of anxiety is fainting. Is in fainting. So in Ghana here in UCC, during examination, you find a lot of students fainting. That is very worrying. Yeah, because of the consequence of anxiety, that they have not take critical look on that. So I want you to take very good care of yourself, because if you don't have good health, you'll not be able to perform properly. So it's going to affect your score, and then it's going to affect a whole lot of issues. Yeah. So that is for the effect or the consequences of anxiety. The next section that I want to go into is the remedy for you to overcome examination anxiety. The remedy for you to subdue examination anxiety. That is, before writing an exams, what are the remedies, the correction, or the strategies you can employ for you to deal with this anxiety? The first thing that I want to share with you is that you need to keep a positive attitude. You need to keep your composure. You need to always remind yourself that your self-worth does not necessarily rely on your outcome of a test. You need to take this critically well, that the test score does not necessarily define who you are. It does not tell you, or it does not confirm to you your self-worth. So you need to have that positive attitude and a composure when you are entering into an examination room to write the exam. you need to always remind yourself that you will and then you can do well in that examination. So you need to always be reminding yourself, and you will do well, you can do well. Have the can do spirit, and then you'll be able to flash out the negative thoughts and then the anxiety that befalls all of us. The next thing that I want to share with you is that you don't have to compare yourself with others in times of examination. This is in the sense that during examination, many students fail to learn. This is in the sense that you see other colleagues during times of examination, they'll be seriously reading their study material or their slide. You see them cramming a lot of information in their head. You see them steadily, single-mindedly, repeatedly rereading the study material in order for them to get it. And sometimes too, you see other colleagues asking themselves questions and then answering. This causes an uneasiness and nervousness and anxiety in your mind and your body, and in the sense that you think that you have not learned anything or you've not prepared adequately for the task at hand because you are comparing yourself negatively to them. What you have to do is that you need to find a free place that is absent of distraction, so that you not be able to compare yourself with them. You sit there, you focus on yourself, and then you focus on the test at hand. You get it? Yeah. So the next thing that I want to share with you is that you need to prepare adequately beforehand. Yeah, prepare adequately beforehand. Yeah, see, most students, because of complacency and then overconfidence, and then because of some kind of reasons, they fail to prepare adequately. This causes nervousness. And so, if you want to cut short this nervousness from your life, then it is very imperative for you to prepare ahead of time. You can start, say, 2 weeks before the time slated for examination, and then you need to also know how to learn. Yeah, you learn in chunks, in small bits at a time each day. This is going to help you gain mastery and then confidence that during the time of examination, you will not have a negative attitude towards yourself. You will not feel mediocre because you've not learned. Yeah, this will cause you to have confidence in yourself because you know that you are prepared adequately for the task at hand. Yeah, so this is some of the remedies that I want to share with you. The last thing that I want to share with you is that practice the release meditation technique. So this is the last remedy that I want to share with you, that you need to practice the release meditation technique. That is, when you feel anxious before an examination, you find a cool, quiet place free of distraction. You sit down, or you can even stand, depending on the situation. Then you close your eyes and then take a deep breath, like as I'm doing. Then you turn your attention to the problems that you are facing, the uneasiness, the pressure, the anxiety, and then you command them to leave your mind. Yeah, you command them to leave your mind and then in your body. Yeah, by so doing, you are also repeating the mantra release, release. So I found this technique in High Performance Habits. That was a book written by Brandon Bouchard. Yeah, so this habit is very imperative if you want to immediately flush out the anxiety and the nervousness in your system out. So you meditate upon the anxiety, the uneasiness, the problem you are facing, and then you release them. You release them out of your system. Yeah, that will cause you to relax, and then you will be able to maintain your composure, and then you'll be able to find your self-confidence back. Yeah, for you to write the examination and then score higher grades. Yeah. So these are what I want to share with you in regards to overcoming examination anxiety. So if you like this video, like it, subscribe it, and then share this video to other colleagues and then students. Score.